Hello and welcome to this Throne of Thunder Ji-Kun fight. For this fight you'll be fighting a massive bird in the middle of a platform, and there will be small nests around the rest of the room. This so far has been my favorite fight in Throne of Thunder, and you may see why throughout the fight. For this fight, you will need to have a nest team, and we had one healer, I was the healer, and 4 DPS in this nest team. This is a very critical part of the fight, is the nest team. So I think in 10 man you'll need probably 2 DPS, one that can definitely heal themselves, but maybe just 1 DPS and 1 healer, but probably 2 DPS. The goal of this nest team is to, at the beginning of the fight, you jump to the nest that will be right next to the platform. Now, once you kill the first round of eggs, you get an ability. And you can see that ability in the middle of my screen. It allows you to fly. Now the trick for the rest of the fight is that whenever the boss does the Feed Young ability, that red pillar will appear by one of the nests, and you have to fly over to that nest and kill the hatchlings that will hatch if you don't kill them, and cause the raid problems. You can see the red pillar in the background. So we immediately fly over. You gotta also watch because some of the nests are very high up and some are very far down, and your flying only lasts for so long. Now the boss is about to cast her Quill's ability, and this is a very important ability, a high damage ability. When the boss casts Quills, the healers need to possibly, which you probably will unless you're very well geared, pop a cooldown, because it inflicts 90k damage to all players every 1 second for 8 seconds. So it's a pretty hefty amount of damage, and you'll definitely want the players on the platform to group up and hopefully have the nest group on the platform also to help. The next ability the boss has is called Downdraft, and that is what the boss cast right now. You can kind of see, it just finished, but it's very similar to a lot of the wind push abilities in Pandaria. Basically, you have to run to the center of the platform because the wind will push you off if you don't stop running. It's like I forgot his name, but like the little water guy in Terrence of Endless Springs. It's like the third boss in that fight, so just remember to run to the middle. That's about all I can tell you. It's pretty simple. Some abilities that the tanks want to look out for are the Infected Talons. Whenever the boss strikes a player, they get a debuff that makes them suffer 20,000 damage every 3 seconds for 10 seconds, and it stacks. So this means that you want the tanks to be switching every once in a while. But the main thing the tanks want to watch out for is the Talon Rake. This is a big physical hit from the boss, and every time it hits the tank, they get a debuff. Kind of looks like the disarm icon, and it increases the next Talon rake by 50% for 1 minute. So I think we switched every 2 stacks. I'm not positive, but I believe that's what it was. It could have been 3. But basically, you have to let that debuff wear off after a minute, and then you'll be good. Just kind of get a pattern going. Also, when the boss uses the Feed Young ability, you can see it just splashed on the nest. That's how those green areas appear on the platform. And all you have to basically do is just not stand in those platforms. It's pretty simple. So you can see here that the nest team had a little bit of time and attacked the boss, but we're back up to another nest. Now I'll talk about the nests a little bit. The nests, you always want to kill the eggs that have the pillars around them, because those are the most important ones to kill. Some nests have little birds called fledglings, I think, and you basically just have to kill those and then kill the eggs. Now, you can see that that bird that just hatched was a juvenile, and if you don't kill the eggs in time, the juvenile hatches. If a juvenile hatches, it will fly above the boss and start attacking people and can easily wipe the raid. So if a juvenile does hatch, you definitely want your nest team to have to fly above the boss and kind of attack them in the mid-air. But it's best if you just kill the eggs and none of them hatch. You can see 2 of them right there. Since this is looking for raid, we could get through the fight without killing them, but you definitely want to kill them because they can easily wipe the raid with their abilities. Also, in 10-man, you may have to have people cycle through the nest because the feather only can be picked up every minute. So hopefully this helped, and good luck with your fight.